right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, March 31st, Easter. I'm very excited to talk about a couple of things. Number one, go spend some time with your family. It's Easter. That's why this report is coming to you, or this wrap-up is coming to you late in the day. This hobby is secondary to most everything in my life, but it is still an important part of what I do and who I am and what I've been doing for 40 years now. So, but at the same time, all this, is replaceable. Family time is not. So anyways, that's enough of that. Go spend some time with your family. They help you put a smile on your face more so than maybe these toys do. The other thing I'm excited to talk to you about is some of the news coming out of WonderCon. That's kind of interesting. The other thing is some of the pickups that we had this week. That's pretty awesome. And the reason why this is also late is because I have a very exciting and mysterious video dropping maybe later tonight. And when I mean later, I mean later tonight. I think you'll enjoy it. I think some of the guys that have, some of the followers, subscribers that have been a part of the channel for a while now will immediately remember what I like to do on here. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to dig that video. Remember, watch till the end. Watch to the very end. Anyways, let's get down to some of the pickups for this week. And again, if I don't get everything perfectly right, like 100% of the internet wants, gosh, dog, I'm so sorry. Not. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to collect how I want. I'm going to have fun doing this hobby. And if you don't know how to have fun doing this hobby, you're doing it wrong. I do these videos for fun. I do these videos to engage with my tribe, to engage with you guys, to have fun. I don't do this for a job. Are there some things I could do better? Absolutely. If you're an amateur and you're not a professional, there's about a bajillion things you could do better. But since I'm just an amateur, we're going to just have fun here, guys. I'm not Shartimus. Bobby Vala has to be really good at this stuff. The Hasbro Pulse team has to be professional about this stuff. Me? I'm just a joker on TV who likes to, talk about toys. So, let's get into the hobby a little bit, and let me show you what I picked up this week before I get the collector police telling me how to collect and what to collect and how to collect it and how to do it. So let's get going. Number one, this week has been really, really tough on the wallet. More so than most. Simply because this week has been very few deals. The few deals that I got I'm grateful for. But again, it's been tough. I'm going to start off with the deals because they're pretty neat. Number one, this pickup here, I couldn't believe it. These were $2.99, and if you saw my hunt videos, you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't believe it. Both of these, for some reason, my Walmarts seem to be, not all of them because some of them won't do it, but a few of these Walmarts have been marking these figures down to $2.99. I still don't know which one is the variant. The long sleeve, short sleeve, long sleeve, short sleeve. I think it's the long sleeve, but I don't know. Either way, I have to have Mr. T. Mr. T is one of the older wrestlers that was out there when it was still the WWF. I just, I grew up with him, Clubber Lang. I grew up with him watching the A-Team. He is part of my childhood. So love that I was able to pick him up. And he was, a great part of my nostalgia. Now we're getting into the heavy hitter part. This is the part where, everything was regular price, unfortunately, or, whatever it is. So I don't remember if I shared with you that I got this guy through the mail. I did a review on him already. Go check it out. See how you like it. I compared him to the vintage quick kick that I have in my collection that I grew up with as a child. Go check him out. Really, really like this figure. Go check out the review. It comes with a little surprise. Anyways, Quick Kick, one of my favorite. How does he fit into a military line? I don't know. It's G.I. Joe, guys. It's G.I. Joe. It's, you know, it is what it is. All right. What we also picked up or found in the wild, you know, and some people are having a little bit of trouble with these. So, you know, I get it. So what I think is happening is, like, here, let me show you what I picked up. I picked up, number one, I picked up a Recondo on the retro card. The retro card is very thick stock, very nice. Love it. I picked up a Duke on the retro card, very thick stock, very nice. And then I also picked up a Scarlet, one of my favorite figs. She is fantastic. You know, we've always had females in the G.I. Joe, and they've, you know, Jinx, Lady J, Scarlet, and they've always played an important part of the whole G.I. Joe lore. So I love that. I love that G.I. Joe has always been about, you know, bringing different parts of our culture and our, you know, not just these types of people can do it, but these types of people can do it as well, right? You know, I just love that it's a whole swath of Americana as part of G.I. Joe. So I really dig that, you know, and this one is done right. She's double jointed. As long as you do female figures correctly, they will sell, Hasbro. So I'm digging that, loving that. You know, it's G.I. Joe is awesome. G.I. Joe, that's all I got to say. All right, moving on to the next stuff. And oh, you know what? Here, because because sometimes I don't get it right. This is Scarlet's UPC. There you go. This is Duke's. I don't know if I got to do this for everybody. This is Duke's, or maybe just the ones that are getting hard to find. And this is Recondo's, but I don't think you're not going to have a lot of trouble finding Recondo. We found him at, you know, we found him at Ross, so I'm pretty sure Recondo's going to be everywhere. Let's see, what else did we get? Oh, yes, we got Dollism. And here, let me show you the UPC form. There you go. Take a screenshot. Have fun. Maybe I'll start doing that. I mean, that's a fair point. If I remember, because I'm an amateur after all, if I remember, I'll show you the barcodes for each one of these. Oh, this one came through the door, and I have another one coming because I want to rock and stock this one. You're not going to find this one in store, so there's no reason to show you the doggone UPC code. Marvel's Angel. I really dig it. I have, if you can tell, right up there, I have Archangel as well. So might put these right next to each other. So fantastic. Really, really digging that. Haven't opened that one up, but I certainly will. All right, we also got, I'm really looking forward to so I want this pack. I was actually going to do a custom of this when I saw him, but then I was like, Hasbro beat me to the punch. And so here we go. Joe Fixed It and Patch. Joe Fix It and Patch. So I had to pick this one up. Actually, I didn't pick it up. This one here, I don't know if this one's not going to show up in stores either. I don't think this one's a e-tailer exclusive or whatever they call it, I think. I think GameStop might have them. So anyways, that's that one. I'm really waiting for the Sabretooth. I was late to that one because I was working at my real job. Yes, I do have a real job. I was late to that one. The Sabretooth and Logan one. That's the one that I really wanted to pick up as well. Those should be here next week, so I'm excited about that. I found these two. Actually, I found this guy in the wild. So here's the UPC for here you go. How about that? There's the UPC code for that one. Go take a screenshot of that. This was the Spider Shot one. Love this one. This is a great, I'm going to do a review on it because this is a doggone awesome figure. It's okay if you don't agree with me. It's okay if you say it's not a good figure. It's all right. That's your opinion. But in my opinion, this is a doggone good figure. Only weird thing, well, I'll get into it when I start reviewing it. Then you guys can, you know, say I'm full of something or not. The other thing that we came across was Jack-O-Lantern. And I picked him up as well. May or may not do a review on him. I like Halloween figures, so we'll figure that out. I like to put them out and display them because Halloween's I really like Halloween. I even dress up with my kids and give out candy on Halloween. So that's a fun fact. Now it's time for the heavy hitters. And these are the ones that I found out in the wild, just shocked and awed that I was able to pick these up. Number one was, and you saw it in the video, a 1 in 5,000 blue Luke Skywalker translucent hologram X-Wing by the Micro Series. Love that I found this. Fantastic. And then a 1 in 3,000 Brody King. I knew one day, this is actually the third AEW chase I've pulled out in my area. This is only the third one I've ever dug out of there. So that was fun to pull that one out. It just is what it is. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. It is collecting, and that's half the fun, right? So, all right, well, let's get down to some of the news of the week, and let's get going. All right, and here we go with my bread and butter. We always start off with Joe news or Joe adjacent news because that's what I like to talk about. So, number one, at WonderCon, we saw the reveal of 3 additional retro cards in hand, or not really in hand, but already produced, which was the eel. And a lot of us can't see really that much of a difference between this eel and the Amazon eel. I think there are some minor tweaks with this retro carded eel, but it still looks fantastic. And then also you've got Beachhead, very reminiscent of the old school Beachhead. And then you've got the Snow Serpent as well. I think a few less items with the Snow Serpent, but nonetheless, a great figure altogether. I'll be getting a few of these. I mean, it's my bread and butter. That's what I do. I like the new retro card style. I love that it's a thicker stock. So fantastic. Digging it, loving it. What also was there, and again, this to me is I really love what Monkey Fiction is doing here with this Operation Monster Force. I don't particularly like the price, but I mean, I get it. It's a niche company doing a niche thing, but I love that they're mixing and matching up fantasy with military, right? Wow, what a cool idea, and if executed properly, fantastic. You got some shots here of some of the figures that were kind of prototyped up already, all decoed out and stuff. But these are, instead of digital renders, these are actual figures. So it looks fantastic. I can't wait. I've already got my pre-orders in for these things. Can't wait to get them in hand. All right, what else do we got? Gridiron put out earlier in the week the Door Gunner. Love this particular set. Already ordered it. I think what he does usually is he does a special early on for like $24.99, and then it goes up by $5. So I ordered it immediately when it had come out for $24.99. Loved, you know, the options that he's given here. I mean, the Vamp may have been the greatest thing to happen to customizers or these little niche shops that have popped up all over the place since, I don't know, sliced bread. I don't know, but you never saw this much stuff coming out for the Hiss. But the Vamp seems to be blowing up people's imagination. I'm all for it. So I picked up the Door Gunner, and I'm also going to pick up the driver's side gunner, I think is what it's called, or the driver's side kit, toolbox, whatever. I've got 3 Vamps. I'm going to check them out. They're going to have different configurations for different missions, for different dioramas. I'm going to love it. All of it. Looking forward to it. Now, I usually don't cover very many Transformers, usually just because, all these new Transformers, thank goodness. I mean, I don't need to be spending on another line. The only line that I'm collecting right now is the Studio 86 line, I believe. And we have this new Swoop. They're finally doing Swoop from the movie. I'm digging it. And I think that'll complete our Dinobots. I think, right? That's all of them. I think we got them all after we get Swoop. So I can't wait to get it. I'm on top of this. I'm immediately pre-ordering this the minute it comes out. So I'm very excited about it. And now to Marvel news. We've got a little bit of reuse and a little bit of improvement on because of the Wolverine / Deadpool, or the Deadpool / Wolverine movie coming out. I think it's Deadpool Legacy or something like that. I don't know. They decided to capitalize on that. Why not capitalize? It's capitalism. So we've got Deadpool here, kind of a reissue with a couple of tweaks. I'm not sure what the tweaks are. I just heard that there's some additional improvements. And then we've got Logan over here with some additional improvements as well, or tweaks. I'm all in for this 2-pack or single pack of each one of these. At a minimum, we can use these things as fodder. I'm digging it. And then we also have Masters of the Universe Origins. I've already got all the Origins figures that I really want. I just wanted the core ones. But the two that I'm looking forward to are not even figures, really. Well, I guess they kind of are, because one of them comes with a figure. I don't know. I like the Collector Ship, because I remember seeing it in the cartoon. And I like Skeletor in the Throne. Did I already order it? No. I may order it later. I might find it in store. We'll see. I don't super have to have it. But if I happen to see it in the store, I more than likely will pick those two things up. The rest of the stuff I don't need. I mean, maybe Prince Adam and Cringer, maybe. And the mashup of the weirdest Turtles of Grayskull. Okay, well there you go. Michelangelo with hair. The ridiculousness. I mean, every now and then I'll see one of these ridiculous things out in the, kind of like the mouse jaw. I kind of like that one. I can't explain to you why I liked it, but I liked it. So I picked that one up on special, on sale. But these Turtles of Grayskull are just wackadoo, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the weird thing is I might pick Michelangelo up because it's ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. Anyways, I don't know. It's about as ridiculous as that Captain Carrot, and I really like that figure. It's weird. All right, moving on to some of the new Marvel Legends in the Iron Man series that were brought up in WonderCon. You've got She-Hulk. That's probably the only one out of all of these that I might, and that's a big MIGHTY, might pick up. Everybody else in this, I'm like, okay. I'm just not excited by all of it. Just maybe She-Hulk, and that's it. Marvel's Whiplash, can't say that word. Nefario, Nerf Herder, I don't know what he is. Iron Man Gold, Iron Man Model 20, and Iron Man Model 9. Sure. Okay. Sounds great. Let's see. What else do we have? Mezco is re-releasing Popeye. At one point, I think I did want Popeye, but not anymore. I might pick him up, though. If he ever goes below $70, I'll pull the trigger on him. Simply because, I like the figure. But I don't know if I like it $95 worth. Maybe $60, $70 worth. I do. So there you go, Popeye. He's getting re-released. Tigra, initially $69 on Big Bad Toy Store when she first went up. I grabbed her immediately when she came up on Big Bad. It's even cheaper than if you got it from the actual website, the Frazetta Girls website. So I've snapped that up immediately. And she goes along with Dark Wolf, but $89 now on Big Bad Toy Store. But I'm hoping that Big Bad honors the $69 price, kind of like they did with the Joes when they honored those $25 Joes. So I snatched that right up. I got to have Tigra, just a great throwback. So, and now we're getting into Mr. McFarlane's action figures, all these figures and digital figures. Spawn, super articulated, comes with a idiotic digital banana thing. I don't know what this thing is, but the action figure, if it's super articulated, I'm all in. I'm all about action in the action figures. Because the first word in this genre is action figure. Action. Not semi-articulated figure. No, not mini statue figure. No, it's action figure. But that's just my take on it. Your take can differ completely, and it probably should. All right, so moving on from that, I'm digging the Spawn thing. I hope it is super articulated. And then he's got he keeps saying these are ultra articulated. Are they really? What does that mean? Are they just, is this just a new buzzword? Kind of like AI? Everybody seems to be saying AI, but the last time AI made a difference in my life, I'm just going to put it, I'm going on a tangent here because I think it's ridiculous. The last time AI made a difference in my life was twice over the last 10 years because Amazon uses AI to predict what kind of sales you want. And only twice in the past 10 years has Amazon said, do you like this thing? So if AI is going to be right twice out of 10 years, you might as well just stick with random luck. Anyways, is ultra articulated the same buzzword as AI? Everybody just keeps parroting AI, but nobody's ever used the doggone thing for anything that I could find use. Anyway, moving on. This is not an AI talk or a TED talk. This is a hobby. All right, moving on. This Build-A-Figure wave for 2025 with Man-Bat from the, I think this is the Clooney version. You got Riddler, Two-Face, Man-Bat, Robin, and Batman. I'm semi-interested in Two-Face first, and then the Riddler. There are way more releases here than I care to talk about because some of the releases coming from McFarlane are just too obscure for me, or I just don't care. I just don't care about them. But I do care about this one because it's got Two-Face, and I dig that, and I dig Jim Carrey as the Riddler. So anyways, that's where we are with that. The next one I want to talk about is Captain Boomerang, Starfire, and the Penguin. These three look fantastic. I mean, seriously, they look great. So I'm more than likely I'll probably be picking these up, but I need to see how articulated they are or how they did them. I am hoping that they did soft goods. I know that they did some soft goods for Captain Boomerang, but did they do soft goods for anybody else? Did they? I don't know. We'll have to find out. What I am very excited about is McFarlane does do vehicles on a large scale, and he does them rather affordably. And that is the Tumbler. You got Lucius Fox and the Tumbler, I guess in a 2-pack, I don't know. But man, I am going to love getting a hold of this Tumbler and repainting it for G.I. Joe / Cobra. This looks like more of a Cobra vehicle use. Yeah, digging it. I'm digging it. And then finally, we have good old Ghostbusters in 3 3/4 inch for the Ecto 1. Am I going to pick these up? I don't know. Maybe. I'm semi-interested in them. $44 for the 4-pack, 3 3/4. I think they're O-rings. Maybe. I really like Ghostbusters. I didn't like this last movie, but I liked the movie before that. So, I don't know. Anyways, guys, that was the news as far as anything that mattered to me. Some of the things that matter to you may or may not have been on here. Why don't you just mention it in the comments? I may or may not cover them, but if you do tell me, I've had several people actually turn me on to a few things that I've covered before. Just mention them in the comments. Maybe they do interest me because I certainly don't know everything about the hobby collecting community. And it always interests me to learn new stuff. So certainly not a know-it-all, but I certainly do know what I like, and you probably certainly know what you like. So, shoot that over. I'll be glad to take a gander at it. As I said before, if I've amused you, if I've entertained you, if I've provided some insight, maybe go ahead and leave me a like and a subscribe. And also, don't forget, later tonight, there's going to be a mysterious video going up. I don't know. You might like it. Watch till the end. Until then, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.